This chapter is called The Dark Side of Leadership, so I thought a picture of Darth Vader was a particularly appropriate way to lead off. We've mentioned a few other destructive leaders already in this class, such as Hitler. Destructive leaders may be effective for a short time or for their entire career, but they lead their country, their business, or their organization into doing bad things. Certainly, there are destructive leaders in the world today, but in your career, you're more likely to encounter managers who are incompetent rather than destructive. And that leads to a different set of problems than a manager with bad goals. Now, sometimes incompetence is a matter of not possessing technical skills. They won't learn how to budget, or they don't understand the new software system. Theoretically, this is a problem that can be fixed, as long as the manager recognizes the problem and is willing to work on it. It can also be dealt with by delegation. After all, as a person rises higher in an organization, they come to supervise more and more people who do jobs that they can't. No CEO is skilled in accounting and marketing and engineering and manufacturing, so they have to delegate tasks they aren't as skilled at to other people. But again, the key here is self-awareness. A CEO doesn't have to be a finance wizard, but they need to know how to read financial reports, and they need to be willing to learn how to do so if they don't already know how. But technical skills are only one way a manager can be incompetent. Others are deficient in social or managerial skills. So even if a manager knows a lot about human resources, for example, that doesn't work. Unfortunately, we all tend to have less self-awareness of our failings in these areas, and less certainty about how to fix them. We might know that things aren't going well, but we aren't sure why. There is one other way that managers can be incompetent, and it's kind of an interesting one. It's when someone just doesn't fit into their organizational culture. You could compare this to a student who really wants to be a marine biologist, but enrolls at LIM. They're not going to fit in or be very happy. Similarly, a manager with a very casual style, who's always worked at laid-back companies, will probably have trouble in a very formal and hierarchical organization. Fortunately, this problem is a relatively easy one to solve if you recognize it. It might be harder at the beginning of your career when you're not sure yet what environment is right for you, but more advanced managers, they ought to know they're a fish out of water. And the solution there is really to seek a new environment to work in.